Hey y'all, it's Cam again. So this is Palm Beach Post. They were the ones that sued to get the grand jury documents released against Jeffrey Epstein. It was from the 2006 grand jury that basically indicted him on two charges like prostitution. And then I'm trying to think. It wasn't until 2024, I believe, that the documents were actually released. They sued in 2019. I think it was finally released 2024. So, for whatever reason, they held it all back. But here's an article. Basically, I'm going through just different articles about all this stuff because it's actually tying into some of the other stuff that I've read. So anyway, I didn't know the name of the school because it was redacted on the actual uh, what do you call it? The grand jury transcript thing. But anyway, open secret at Royal Palm High. At least 15 students were lured to Jeffrey Epstein's Palm Beach mansion. So this is Lulu Ramadan, I guess, from July 26, 2019, and then updated November 5th, 2021. And I know these articles are old, but I mean, we don't need to let the Epstein thing go. So, whatever we need to do here. Oh, here's a video. It says a tour of Jeffrey Epstein's Palm Beach mansion. The 2005 video walkthrough of Jeffrey Epstein's Palm Beach mansion taken by Palm Beach Police, Palm Beach Post. All right, so tucked in the drawer of Jeffrey Epstein's bedroom desk near a massage table and a wooden armoire filled with sex toys was a teenage girl's Royal Palm Beach High School transcript. She was 16 years old when Epstein lured her to his Palm Beach home, set at the end of a dead end street behind a wall of hedges. And she's one of at least 15 girls from Royal Palm Beach High School who Epstein sexually exploited in that bedroom 15 years ago, police reports reveal. Epstein, a multimillionaire financier, then in his 50s, lured a procession of girls as young as 14 to his home to perform nude massages for money. Police and court records say the massages often ended with Epstein groping or sexually assaulting the girls. Okay, so many of Jeffrey Epstein's victims attended Palm Beach County schools. Epstein's victims attended several Palm Beach County schools, including Lake Worth Middle and Palm Beach Gardens High. But Royal Palm Beach High, with about 3,000 students, many from the county's rural reaches, was ground zero. Excuse me. When sex offender Jeffrey Epstein lured teenage girls to his Palm Beach home in the early to mid 2000s, at least 15 were students at Royal Palm Beach High School on Okeechobee, I guess that's how you say it, a boulevard west of the State Road 7. Evidence suggests Epstein knew his victims were schoolgirls, and the signs didn't escape Royal Palm Beach High administrators. The girls endured teasing, and classmates called them prostitutes. After two girls fought, an administrator found one of them had $300 in her purse. Aside from the student transcript found in Epstein's desk in 2005, police collected more evidence and witness statements to suggest Epstein knew his victims were still school children. He scrawled a note on Jeffrey E. Epstein branded stationery, instructing one of his employees to deliver a dozen roses to a girl who performed in a Royal Palm Beach High play. Police found the note in its trash. One 16-year-old girl described to detectives giving Epstein a massage while she was topless. He asked her about herself, and she told him she was a student at Royal Palm High. He then asked her which was her favorite sexual position. She told police. Another girl who met Epstein at age 16 said Epstein reviewed her college application and SAT scores and promised to help her get into her dream school, New York University. Though Palm Beach detectives uncovered these details in 2005, the Palm Beach County State Attorney's Office and U.S. Attorney's Office in Miami then headed by Alexander Acosta, cut Epstein a plea deal that landed him in jail for 13 months on 2 charges of soliciting prostitution. This month, a decade after his release from a Palm Beach County jail, federal agents in New York arrested Epstein, 66, on charges of sex trafficking minors. The move came 8 months after a Miami Herald investigation zeroed in on Acosta's role in Epstein's plea deal and let victims tell their stories publicly for the first time. I'm going to open that in a different and look at it. But anyway, so Epstein preyed on dozens of girls, at least 32 identified at the time by police, but about 80 identified in 2018 by the Herald. Oh my goodness. These girls had never even been to Palm Beach Island, said Adam Horowitz, an attorney who represented Epstein victims in 8 civil lawsuits filed against a multimillionaire. Some of them were living in trailer parks. This was a whole new world to them. For Epstein, the younger the better. Some of the girls told Epstein they were uncomfortable with being touched during massages, so he asked them to bring friends instead, police reports and court records revealed. He paid girls about the same amount, around $200, to recruit a friend as he paid the girls who stripped down and performed massages, court records show. Royal Palm Beach High was a target by coincidence. One of Epstein's recruiters managed to infiltrate that circle, Horowitz said. The recruiter approached the 17-year-old Royal Palm Beach High School student in 2003 at a resort in Riviera Beach with an offer to make $200 for an hour to give a massage, she told police 2 years later. The teen went to Epstein's 7-bedroom home on the intracoastal waterway, where an assistant led her up a staircase lined with pictures of naked young girls and into Epstein's bedroom, police say. At this Palm Beach mansion, 13 underage girls are sexually assaulted or molested by Jeffrey Epstein, police learned in 2005. And then Jeffrey Epstein's mansion in Palm Beach, what the victims saw and described. 13 underage girls said they were sexually assaulted by Jeffrey Epstein in his Palm Beach mansion. Their stories were strikingly similar. In keeping with descriptions to police from many Epstein victims, the teen found Epstein wearing only a towel, which he later removed before lying on a massage table. Epstein tried to grope her, but she resisted. She told him she didn't want to be touched, she told detectives. So Epstein asked her to bring friends to his home for cash instead. The younger the better, Epstein said, according to her police statement. Going into her senior year at Royal Palm Beach High, the girl became a conduit to the school, recruiting at least 8 other girls she'd met on campus. Court depositions and police testimonies revealed, and those girls recruited more girls. The back of Jeffrey Epstein's home at 358 El Brio Way in Palm Beach. Name calling in a fight. One Royal Palm Beach High student told detectives in 2005 that she targeted promiscuous teens on campus. Another said she brought a friend on the verge of homelessness and strapped for cash. School administrators knew something unusual was happening, police reports show. Students teased the Epstein clique as prostitutes or sugar babies, a term for young women who seek relationships with wealthy older men. The Post learned from court depositions and former students. Okay, Virginia Giuffre Center says she was forced at age 17 by Jeffrey Epstein to have sex with Prince Andrew at the London home of Ghislaine Maxwell. She attended Royal Palm Beach High, and then evidence in a federal lawsuit. The tension came to the administration's attention in February 2005 when a 14-year-old freshman, the first of Epstein's victims to speak to police, got into a fight on campus with a girl who called her a prostitute, police said. but the girl kept no disciplinary record of the fight and didn't report anything, police learned in 2005. At the time, it appeared the girls were making money doing something nefarious. One former administrator, then assistant principal Carolyn Brown, said in a brief interview this month. It was an open secret, Brown said, stopping short of saying whether school administrators knew the girls were paid for sexual favors. Brown was subpoenaed to testify in the 2005 criminal case against Epstein after she found $300 in the 14-year-old's purse on campus shortly after the fight, court records reveal. Administrators considered and then dismissed the idea that it might be drug money, and detectives wrote in a 2005 report. Brown, who is retired, never spoke to prosecutors. Soon after her subpoena, federal prosecutors struck Epstein's plea deal, calling for 18 months in county jail, registration as a sex offender, and payments to victims. It wasn't clear if the principal at the time, Sheila Henry, knew that more than a dozen students were involved with Epstein. Uh, Henry wasn't mentioned in police reports and could not be reached for comment. But two former students reached by the Post who asked to stay anonymous said students gossiped that some girls had rich older boyfriends who bought them expensive gifts. 6 other students didn't recall any such talk. None of the girls knew when or knew that then what the public knows now, that a Palm Beach millionaire tapped a local high school to prey on girls for his sexual gratification. Knowing what we know now, said Brown, the former assistant principal, is so sad what happened to those girls. Yep, it really is. I mean, it's just disgusting, and just the fact that we're not going to do anything about it. No real more release, but I mean, maybe things will change and they'll get the special counsel set up. I think that's what I saw on like Benny's show, but we'll just see. You know, I mean, this was some years ago, 20 years, but still, I mean, those kids had to go through all of that and deal with it. And I know, yeah, they were getting a little bit of money out of the deal, but he also preyed on them. I mean, he's obviously a predator. So, anyway, and he took advantage of that. Both of them did, I believe. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.